Looks like the dealer's closing down the table for the night. Here comes the pit boss. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Hi, my name's Chet Masterson, and I'm an arm wrestler.
So I'm Keith. I mean, what's there to say? I'm probably the toughest dude I've ever met. You know, arm wrestling. Yeah, it's like probably been like the most important thing in my life.
Yeah, I was approached about doing a virtual arm wrestling match, and I said, "Shoot, why not?"
So yeah, when I received the request for a virtual arm wrestling match, the virtual arm wrestling match, I said, of course, you know, I know exactly what that is. I have no questions. Bring it on. I'll rip his arms off and we can move on. You know, I mean, there was no question. Hey Google, what does the word what does the word
Sorry, I don't have any information about that. Do you want to know what does word mean?
No, not word. What does the word is it virtual?
Here's the definition of virtual. Almost or nearly as described, but not completely or according to strict definition.
What does that mean?
I've been wrestling arms since I was a kid. Actually, I had an older brother, and he would make me wrestle arms just to get some food. You know, that's just kind of the way I was raised. That come to find out, you know, we weren't poor. You know, my parents were around. You know, we had a pretty good life. My brother was just kind of an asshole. But he got me into wrestling arms, and you know, I started getting pretty good at it.
Arm wrestling. Yeah, it's like, how'd I get into it? Well, it's kind of a, you know, it's a sad story. My brother Crease was he was an arm wrestler, but it was underground and it wasn't regulated or anything like that. And he was good. He was real good. And I remember going and watching his state champ match, and I mean, his arms were so big, and he was just you know, and I remember he got smashed by a light that fell off the ceiling. It was brutal, but yeah, I mean, I pretty much do all of this for him. Say, go, Crease.
Yeah, my daddy used to say that when you're wrestling arms, you're wrestling against the devil. He wasn't a religious man. In fact, I don't think he's ever actually stepped foot in a church.
I remember seeing that movie with Sylvester Stallone. God, what was that called? Commando. The one where, you know, he was like under the bottom with his thumb. And yeah, his like daughter got stolen or something, and like he had to arm wrestle someone's arms. And like after I saw that, I was like, man, like I want to save daughters, and like, you know, like when they're stolen and stuff, like, you know, or if that would ever be like something like that would ever come up. So yeah.
Yeah, my technique is, I mean, if you've sort of seen that movie, Over the Top, I kind of do an under the top kind of situation. So I'm in there, and I find that, you know, sometimes I get disqualified, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I'll switch between the under the top signature move and the regular grip move. You know, I don't know if you can see this. You know, I like to do a little bit of stretching. You know, this is what I call the goose hand. You know, it gets me kind of motivated, kind of warmed up. You know, because geese are some of the best arm wrestlers there are. You watch a goose arm wrestle another goose, and you're in for a pretty good day. In fact, sometimes I'd go down to the golf course and just kind of sit there and watch the geese. You know, people would yell at me because I was in the way and they're trying to hit their golf balls, but I didn't care. I'd arm wrestle all of them. They'd say, "Hey man, get off the course," and I'd say, "Hey man, I'll arm wrestle you." And then we just go about our day.
My strategies for warming up for the matches is the same as any good arm wrestler. You know, you go out in your car, you drive around real fast and wild, and you know you get that movement with the steering wheel going like this and like that, and you know it gets you real ready for that those arm movements within the match. That's what I do, and I think that's what every arm wrestler does.
Now I'm fixing to be the best in the world. I want to be number one. In fact, I got this hat. It says I'm number one. I'm not number one yet, but I got it so that someday I could be number one, and then I would wear the hat around. People would know, oh, he's number one. You know, look at the hat. So I wear it. I wear it for training. You know, it keeps me humble.
What am I hoping to achieve out of this? I don't know. I mean, kick his ass, but also, I'd always wanted to be knighted. Can that happen? Can I be?
You want to arm wrestle? No.
No crimes too big, no crimes too small. Cold case, cancel, solve them all. You better run if you're known to be a criminal. It's gonna hunch down all over town, turning crime scenes upside down. Better run from the cold case castle. No crimes too big, no crimes too small. Cold case, cancel, solve them all. You better run if you're known to be a criminal. It's gonna hunch down all over town, turning crime scenes upside down. Better run.
Hello there. Well, it's Cold Case Castler here. The brass has got me working on another one. Let's see what they got me doing today. Case number 1A. This one hits close to home. There was a shooting downtown last week, and the sheriff was severely injured. He got a couple fingers blown off. Fortunately, it says here that there was no other people hurt in the shooting. The deputy managed to fire off a few shots and wounded the suspect in the battle. This is just so you guys know what I deal with, this is a case file, a copy of a case file. I get these, I make notes about the file when I'm debriefed about the case. It looks like we got a couple of real ingrates here. Especially this guy. One of the tools that I use when I first start is I will, Google. I'll usually Google things just to see what I can find on the internet. Hey Google. Hey. Oh yeah. This one I gotta actually go on there. So I'm gonna type in who shot the sheriff. Let's see what comes up. Anything? Hey! Oh, jackpot. This is why I love the internet. Sometimes you get lucky. Seems here there's a guy by the name of Bob Merrily. He confessed to shooting the sheriff. And it even says here he didn't shoot the deputy. So I think we found our man. An interesting thing here is that it does say he died in 1981. This happened last week. I guess the good news is that we identified the criminal. The bad news is that we're not going to be able to apprehend him because he's deceased. got some weird. Like, he's good. He's real good. Damn good.
No crimes too big, no crimes too small. Cold case, cancel, solve them all. You better run if you're known to be a criminal. It's gonna hunch down all over town, turning crime scenes upside down. Better run from the dangerous. I brought the guns out, the guns I need my own. So
Key. Training. What do I do to get ready for my matches? Well, I've tried many things. Well, the one thing that I found most effective, I don't know if you remember the old Karate Kids movies with the Mr. Miyagi, and the wax on, the wax off, the wax on, the wax off. So that's what I do, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit here. It works this part of my arm, and then this one, too.
So part of my training regimen really is I just kind of walk around neighborhoods and see if anybody needs help moving. A lot of people are moving out these days, and I saw this U-Haul truck over here. Hey man, you moving?
Yeah, that's the truck.
You want some help?
I mean, I guess.
Cool. All right, man, so what you want to do is you want to lift with your back, okay? Make sure you lift with your back. God damn it! All right, down, 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 down. Just going on the truck?
Yep.
Man, sometimes if you just pull it real hard, man, force it. What is this, tap? All right, well, you guys good?
No.
All right, well, see you later.
Getting my last minute training exercises in. I found that opening and closing drawers really works that muscle.
Who's the guy that'll help you find things you don't really need? Harry Truman is. Who's the guy that'll help you find things you never gonna think you need? Harry Truman is that guy.
Oh, hello. I'm Harry Truman. No relation to Harry S. Truman, 33rd President of the United States. Today I'm here to talk to you and sell you some camping chairs. Do you need a chair? Do you want to sit down? Get a camping chair. They're super convenient and they're easy to use. Buy them from my brother, Lumen Truman. No relation.
Who's the guy that'll help you find things you don't really need? Harry Truman is. Who's the guy that'll help you find things you never gonna think you need? Harry Truman is that guy.
One of these days I'm going to sell something, but my name's not Harry Truman. No relation. Motherfucker. This is where I train, and it's actually probably going to be where we have the match. I've never done a virtual arm wrestling match before, but my training's not going to change. So when I'm wrestling arms, I usually am here practicing.
So, one of the last things I'm going to show you is where the match is going to take place. And I use this table because it's got padding. It's good on my arm retention. I can really, it's got this pad here too, so when I lean in onto it, I can really get that down. So, all I got to say is You're going down, Chet. I mean, I've got the padding that I need for good arm retention. And, I mean, this table's a nice height. So I got a couple things here. Got this towel. I want to keep my arm on. I also can draw off the sweat. I got 2 bottles here. One is hand sanitizer, and one is water. Hand sanitizer I use between matches because, you know, pandemic and all. And the water I use to kind of either spray myself. I probably should have labeled these. Oh, that's the hand sanitizer. I got this stapler here. It helps with some curls between. I can keep my bicep fresh. I can squeeze it to get you know, my arm strength. Plus, I just really love the movie Office Space. Did you ever see Office Space? Man, it's funny. There's a guy in there. It reminds me of my brother. With the stapler and all, mainly because we locked him in the basement. I also try to keep some notes, you know, some technique things. I also try to stay hydrated as much as possible. Arm wrestling's a tough sport.
Very first thing that I do when I walk into the and sit down is I look up and make sure that there's no lights that look like they might fall on my head and crush me. This very second thing, I like to eat an apple while I'm in the middle of my wrestling match, you know, because you only need one arm in an arm wrestling match. So, you know, really intimidates him. Going down.
I mean, yeah, I think I'm ready. You know, I'm in pretty good shape. I've never really met the guy. I don't know. I mean, seems like a decent guy.
Oh, wait, what? No, I already told you, man. When that day comes, I'm gonna break his arm clean off. I'm gonna crush him.
I think it would be a real fun thing to do a virtual arm wrestling match. But yeah, I think I'm ready.
My strategy for the match is very straightforward. I don't waste any time. I pounce on him like a rock. You know, it'd be more like a cat. I'd pounce on him more like a cat, but it'd be heavy and like strong, and indestructible like a rock. So I'd probably pound more like a rock cat, or a cat that was made out of rocks. It's like that's how I approach fast, hard, and heavy right from the get-go, you know? Like a cat made out of rocks.
I mean, patience is my strategy. You know, I'm just going to kind of wait him out, let him make the first mistake. I typically don't make mistakes in my arm wrestling matches. I mean, when you've been wrestling arms as long as I have, you know, you get pretty good at this sort of thing. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
I live by the code of there's 2 types of people in life: those that are born ready, and those that die ready. But I'm neither of those, because you know what, baby, I'm ready now. I'm right now. I'm ready. Let's do this. I'll do this right now if he wants. So, bring it on, Chet. I'm coming for you, baby.
Tonight on MathCat, MathCat attempts to solve a differential equation. MathCat likes doing math.
Cat likes to do math, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first annual virtual arm wrestling challenge between Chet Masterson and Keith. Gentlemen, before we begin, any words for your opponent?
If I may, I'd like to go first, please.
Age before beauty, son.
You know, I've been doing this for a long time, and, you know, I think everybody here and everybody that's watching knows that my brother Creeth, died doing what he loved. This is Creeth. And I'm damn sure gonna win this match in his honor. I've been arm wrestling for years. I've been arm wrestling, you know, regular arm wrestling, verbally arm wrestling, or virtually arm wrestling. And it doesn't matter because you know what? I'm gonna win today. I've got the arm strength. I'm an American. That's why I've always kept an eagle next to me. I'm an American. And just one last thing, just so you know, when I win this match, I'm gonna drink this here bottle of Cristal, smoke this here cigar. And I guess just to summarize, I hope you got an extra set of arms, because I'm gonna rip them off.
Well, I appreciate that, Keith. Thank you very much. I got a couple questions. We're not wearing masks. I got my nice denim mask. I guess we don't need it. Sanitize my hands. I got a little hydration. Nope, that's actually the hand sanitizer. But man, shoot, I'm just real excited to be here. I really appreciate Mr. Fedco taking time out of his busy schedule. Probably sitting around watching his wiener get smaller, but you know, I just really appreciate it. And man, I'm just super excited. I'm fixing to be the best, and I think I got what it takes to win this here match. So let's do it.
Well, gentlemen, as discussed, these are standard Leader Toffel rules. No lube, of course. We'll start at the count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Easy. Easy.
Oh, no, you don't. Come on, baby. Quick! Quick! I need you, quick! Come on! I'm going back!
Whoa, Chet, you know the rules. Disqualified. Immediate.
Shoot, man.
I had to cheat!
Man.
I knew it, you punk!
Man, that was a good match.
Good match, my ass! I won! I went the floor with you!
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us once again. Join us next week when Keith takes on Brett Masterson. We'll see you next week.
Keith here. It's been a week since I wiped the floor with Chet. You know, people ask me if I was happy about how that match turned out. And yeah, I guess I'd say I am. I mean, I pretty much wiped the floor with him from the get-go, straight to the finish. You know, he tried to cheat, but it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, I had him the whole way. I did hurt my hand during the match, but that's a small price to pay. You know, I mean. I'm pretty much a star when I walk down the street. My friends, everybody yells like, "Hey man!" I made I'd like to think I made my brother Creeth pretty proud. That's what I'm doing this for, you know. I mean, it's Creeth. It's always been about Creeth. People ask me if I would do it again. Yeah, of course I would. I think visual arm wrestling is the virtual arm wrestling is the future of arm wrestling. I mean, I've always thought that. I've been kind of pushing for that, you know. I guess to sum up, I mean, I'm a winner. I'm American. That's what I do, and I guess I'm still just waiting to see if I get knighted.
Well, after the loss, I kind of spiraled down a deep, deep well of depression. But after a couple days, you know, I turned myself around a little bit. I rescued this little pup here, you know, so that was a big thing, having a companion around. I don't drink Natural Light anymore. I switched to rum and Coke. She likes it too. I got really into watching Bob Ross movies, and I dabble in painting. So I did a landscape here with some mountains. And, you know, turns out I'm a vegan now. So that's kind of interesting. So maybe the loss was, you know, was what I needed. I still have the hat, but I did have to change it. I had to let people know that I wasn't number one anymore. So it just says I'm a loser. But yeah, man, I'm real glad. You know, I shouldn't have switched. I was beating him. I think I was beating him pretty good, but oh shoot, man. Oh well.
Dealer seems to be setting up his table for the night. Oh, it looks like he's running low on some chips, but here comes the pit boss to bring him some. There we go. Wait a minute, this could be a little bit awkward. There's some pretty long eye contact there.